Nina had always felt safer with technology. Her apartment was stacked with smart gadgets, voice assistants, security cameras, and, most recently, a sleek facial recognition smart lock that promised flawless AI-powered protection. No more fumbling with keys, the ad had said. Your face is your key. The installation had been simple, and the first few days were smooth. The app even sent her notifications whenever the door was locked or unlocked. She liked the sense of control. She lived alone, worked from home, and rarely had visitors. That Thursday night, she was curled up in bed watching a documentary on her tablet. Rain tapped gently against the window, and the occasional thunder in the distance only made her blanket feel cozier. At exactly 17 a.m., her phone buzzed on the nightstand. Auto-unlocked, access granted, face recognized. Nina blinked, confused. The message was from the smart lock app. She sat up. Her heart rate instantly spiked. She hadn't gotten out of bed. She was still here. The app showed a green checkmark under the time stamp, like it always did when she walked up to the door. But this time, she hadn't. Must be a glitch, she whispered, but her voice cracked with unease still. She climbed out of bed, tiptoed to the door, and checked the peephole. Nothing, just the dim hallway and the flickering overhead light. She locked the door manually and returned. To bed, brushing off the alert. Maybe a delayed sync. Maybe a weird software bug. But she couldn't sleep. The next morning, Nina contacted the lock company. A customer service rep named Daniel assured her it was likely a false positive. Sometimes shadows or reflections can trick the camera, he said. But when Nina checked the app's log history, her stomach twisted. To 17 a.m., face recognized, Nina Taylor, access granted. Underneath was a snapshot. The app always took a still image when someone was recognized. She tapped it open. It was a dim, distorted black and white image from the door's camera, clearly taken at night. A woman stood just outside the door, shoulders hunched, long dark hair. She was wearing the same hoodie Nina wore to bed. The face was partially in shadow, but the jawline, the eyes, it was her. But the eyes weren't quite right. Too wide, too empty. Chills prickled her skin. She checked the time stamp again. To 17 a.m. She had been in bed at that exact time. The camera had recognized her, but she hadn't been there. For the next 2 nights, nothing happened. No alerts, no strange photos. Nina started to feel silly. Maybe it was some bizarre coincidence. Her anxiety often ran wild when she was tired. Then, on Sunday night, she received another notification. Face detected, match, Nina Taylor, auto-unlocked time, 3:41 a.m. She shot up in bed, heart pounding like a drum. This time she didn't even look through the peephole. She grabbed a kitchen knife and crept toward the door, phone in hand. Another snapshot was available. She opened it, hand shaking. Same figure, same face, still wearing the hoodie, but closer this time, standing directly in front of the camera, staring into it. The face was off again, like it had been rendered or stretched slightly wrong. She activated the security camera in the living room. No movement. Then, the hallway. The door was shut. Nothing. But when she returned to the app, a new notification appeared. Manual lock engaged, 3:42 a.m. She hadn't locked it. Someone had. She slept with the knife under her pillow. Lights on. The next day, she booked a hotel and arranged to have the smart lock removed. That evening, as she packed, her phone buzzed again. Face detected, match, Nina Taylor, auto-unlocked time, 5:19 p.m. She froze. That was now. She was still in the apartment. This time, she didn't go near the door. She grabbed her bag, keys, and bolted down the stairs, not waiting for the elevator. The rain was heavy outside, soaking her within seconds, but she didn't stop. She drove straight to the hotel and called a locksmith. The smart lock was scheduled to be uninstalled the next morning. In the safety of her hotel room, she dared to look at the most recent image. The face was now clear. It was her, that smiling. A twisted, hollow grin that stretched too wide, like it was enjoying itself. Behind it, in the blurry background of the hallway, she could barely make out something else. a shadowy figure watching from a few steps away, motionless. She called Daniel at the smart lock company again, demanding answers. He listened quietly, then sighed. We've had a few reports like this before, he finally said. Always from users who live alone. We thought it was a spoofing bug. But every time we try to investigate, the devices stop transmitting entirely. What do you mean? She asked, cold with fear. The logs erase themselves, he said. The photos disappear. Like it was never there. That night, Nina barely slept. And in the morning, she hesitated before checking the app one last time. Everything was gone. No logs, no images, no recognition history. Only one line remained. User deleted, facial profile no longer recognized, and underneath in bold, no faces found.